Back in the 70s, every cop wanted out of the city. But the only cops allowed to live outside New York were transit cops, because the transit authority was also run by Jersey and Connecticut. So these guys I knew at the 3-7, they started pulling overtime at subway stations and got the city to declare them auxiliary transit cops. They bought some land in Jersey, got some cheap loans from people they knew. They made themselves a place where the shit couldn't touch them. That's what they thought, anyway. Every precinct has its cop bar, a private club, all blue, no civilians. For the 3-7, it was the 4 Aces, just across the river.
That's how you start a fucking movie.
They hired this local hero to be their sheriff, a wannabe who couldn't get on the force on account of his bad ear.
So this Armenian guy is from the other side over there. He tells her that she's dead, right? She's gonna be dead by morning.
Right.
So he drops this box off at her place, right?
They call you guys, call Bomb
Right.
Squad.
We go in there, we x-ray it on scene, and we can't see anything in there.
Right.
So I cut a little hole in it. I can see there's something in there. I see that there's some white fuzz. There's something pink. I can't figure out what it is. Suddenly I realize I am looking at a tongue.
Oh, shit.
Big fat tongue sticking out of me. Yes. The guy put a goat's head in there.
This at the end of the 20th century. I mean, H.G. Wells, he'd turn over in his grave to think at the start of a new millennium, some Iranian guy
Armenian guy.
Some Armenian would be delivering a goat's head to the door of the woman that he loves. I mean, people are...
Backward culture over there.
Let me tell you something, we're all backwards, Berta. You know, our machines are all modern and shit, but our minds are primitive. Our minds are primitive, Berta. Hey.
I gotta go home, baby.
All right, wait, I'm just waiting on the call, okay? Come here.
No. I gotta pick up the car. You know, this
Monica,
is not...
sit down.
Not a good thing.
You have no authority. You have no authority.
Yeah, fine.
It was like a cop game. It was a cop computer game. You have no authority. You have no authority. You run out of money for now.
It's quiet tonight, huh, Freddie? It's quiet.
Everyone's at that bachelor party across the river. Hey, Figsy, you got any quarters?
Hey, how you doing?
I can't remember seeing an interview. I'll keep it for later. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, Freddie. Hey. I was wondering if you'd be able to come by. Yeah. 4 Aces, where else?
Shit. Damn it.
Two kind of people in this world. Pinball people and video game people. You, Freddie, you're pinball people.
Always got something to say, Figsy.
Come on, Freddie. Oh, Freddie. Come on. It's bedtime, Sheriff. You ready to drive?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Positive.
Take it easy, Freddie.
Take it easy.
It's not Lady Luck that Jim Maloney found in Atlantic City. It was the cops. The 30-year-old native of the Caribbean island of Antigua
The sheriff's just driving on pissed.
was captured in a casino just days after an aspiring rap artist was fatally beaten in a Queens convenience store. Sources have filled in some of the blanks for 10-10 win, saying Maloney was...
No need for So there you go. There you go. What'd you think about that?
Did you eat any of the PCP spiked clam chowder from the set of Titanic? And did they ever catch the person responsible?
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy story. I remember I shot the first couple weeks of Titanic. What Jim did, he had me and Gloria Stewart and Susie Amos. We were all up in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We were shooting on the Keldysh, which is the Russian research vessel that had the 2 Mir subs that Jim had taken down to Titanic to shoot some footage that he used in the film. While we were shooting that, they were building the big set down in Rosarita Beach. One night, we were shooting splits. We would go in around 5 o'clock, and so we would take our dinner at midnight, and then we'd work till dawn. And I didn't care for the caterer much, so I was ordering my meals in, but I was having a good conversation with Jim Cameron on the set. And I said, Jim, are you going to eat off the truck tonight? He said, yeah. I said, well, I'll join you. So we ladled up the clam chowder, not knowing it was laced with PCP. And I don't know who did it or why, but I remember going back to my trailer after lunch, and Jim went up to his office. And I heard a commotion, and I opened up my door, and I saw a couple of ambulances pulling in, and then an AD ran up and said, are you feeling okay? And I was like, well, I think I'm shooting all night. I'm feeling about as good as you can feel. And he said, well, did you eat the clam chowder? And I thought, well, yeah, I had a couple of bowls. And about that time, I started feeling it. Now I'm starting to witness some bizarre behavior with the crew and stuff. and they take us very close by. We were on the Dartmouth side of Halifax Bay. And so all of a sudden, here's 150 crew members stumbling into the emergency room of a very small hospital at 1 o'clock in the morning. You see some people are freaking out, some people are Congo dancing, some people are euphoric. I knew I was pretty stoned on something pretty bad, and I thought me and Jim thought that there was a neurotoxin in the clams. We didn't know what it was. We thought maybe the clams had been left.
That's brilliant. They're so smart. They're so fucking smart. They thought there's a neurotoxin in the clams. They were just stoned-eyed, man, thinking shit.
Out in the sun or whatever. But I figured while they examine all these other 100 people, I said to Jim, Jim, I'm not going to hang out here. This is bedlam. I'm going to wander, because it was only a few blocks from the set. I'm going to wander back down and just drink a case of beer, which is what I did. And, that seemed to help me.
Hey guys, Larry here. Thanks for watching me. Be sure to check out some of my other favorite Larry King Now moments.
That was probably the best thing you could have done, probably, in that situation. Let's go have a couple of beers, forget about it, chill out. I want to know what William Friedkin really thinks about Al Pacino. What do you really think about him?
I was asking the question because of the end of Cruising, because what you wrote in your biography. That's one shot kind of changed the plot, the character of Steve, played by Al Pacino, and Pacino felt dispossessed of he felt as he had lost the
I don't
character.
give a flying fuck into a rolling donut about what Al Pacino thinks. Is that an answer to your question, Greg?
Yeah, it's the straightest answer I could.
I mean, I could be sitting here for an hour and try and explain it, but that's a fact.
Exactly.
You know?
Of course.
I cared a lot, for example, about what Tommy Lee Jones thought, because this guy was a brilliant, professional, prepared actor.
Mm-hmm.
And he would think about his character more than the director, more than me.
I've been thinking about my character. I think my character should do this.
He would come to the set with absolutely brilliant ideas. And I don't feel the same about Pacino.
Ooh-ah. At Jet2.com. You don't like me. Oh dear.
Oh God. Excuse me, all over. You hurt my feelings. And my little shoes and my little wig.
The French Connection. That might be one of the finest films ever made. And
You're too kind.
No,
let me give you that $20.
And I'll give it back. But Gene Hackman in that, was Gene comfortable? Because here's why. If it's in the early 70s when that was made, Adam 12 was on TV, so people's understanding of what cops were like in terms of the Hollywood version. In the real world, in some of the poorer communities, they had a very real relationship with the police officers. So when French Connection comes out, it's a very mind-blowing moment for a lot of people to see that opening scene with how Gene Hackman behaves, and it's a very different thing. Was he easy to work with in that role?
No. Gene did not really want to go to the dark side of that cop, because Gene is very liberal. He didn't really take well to using the N-word and beating up suspects and all that, which was the truth about that cop. And Gene didn't want to go there. So he and I had a constant tug of war where I had to get him angry. And he's angry throughout that picture.
Do you physically attack people you work with?
There have been occasions.
Yeah, you slapped people before, haven't you?
Yeah, well, a priest in The Exorcist. He was not an actor. He was a priest. And it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and we were freezing. And he had to give the last rites to his friend who had just plunged from the top of a flight of steps. And the crew was there and freezing, and we did about 25, 30 takes, and he wasn't getting it, and he couldn't reach the emotional point. And I had read that other great directors had done that. John Ford, George Stevens had done that. Whack. Yeah. And I first asked, I took him by the shoulders, and I asked him if he loved me and if he trusted me. And he said, "You know I do, Bill." I said, "Okay." And I told the cameras to get ready, and I hit him as hard as I could across the face. And I said, "Roll it." And he went right into the scene. The shock of it, the shock brought forth the tears, and afterwards he embraced me and thanked me.
You can't pull that card too often, though, can you?
No, I haven't done it more than 570 times.
There you go. It's not funny. It's a good one. I like that one.
I asked Michael why it was easier to train oil drillers to become astronauts than it was to train astronauts to become oil drillers, and he told me to shut the fuck up. So that was the end of that talk. He was like, Ben, just shut up, okay? This is a real plan, all right? I was like, you mean it's a real plan at NASA to train oil drillers? He was like, just shut your mouth. See, here's where we demonstrate that, because Bruce is going to tell the guys that they did a bad job of building the drill tank. He did a piss. See, he's a salt-of-the-earth guy, and the NASA nerdonauts don't understand his salt-of-the-earth ways, his rough and tumble ways.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's because your cans are all...
Like, somehow they can build rocket ships, but they don't understand, like, what makes a good tranny.
We've had them training for 8 months solid now. 8 whole months? Well, pretty much, yeah. Oh, gee whiz.
Like 8 whole months, as if that's not enough time to learn how to drill a hole. But in a week, we're going to learn how to be astronauts. Oh, 1 whole week? Now you know how to fly into space? I need my guys. Why do you need them? They're the best. Everyone's the best. Why are they the best? I don't know. They just are.
I'm only the best because I work with the best. If you don't trust the men you're working with, you're as good as dead. You want to send these boys into space? Fine. I'm sure they'll make good astronauts. But they don't know jack about drilling.
I mean, this is a little bit of a logic stretch, let's face it. They don't know jack about drilling. How hard can it be? Aim the drill at the ground and turn it on. You think it's just drilling a hole? There's a lot you gotta know about. And when you're gonna snap off an edge in a tranny on a corner of a hot pipe, and you're gonna get a gas pocket. Like, yeah, well, what about when the booster rockets don't fire and your EVA suit and your zero gravity, Didn't you see Apollo 13, boy?
Yeah. Oh.
That scene was totally ruined by some fuckwad that just put up watch my next video halfway through this video. I hate YouTube, man. I hate it. I hate it all. What's music like?
Figsy, you've been a cop 12 years. 6 grams missing, it's not a White Sox violation, babe. Come on.
Hey, you bought that big old house. Maybe you're trying to get out from under.
Hey, Jack. What the fuck's up your ass? You gonna tell me you're getting by without gravy, any of you? Listen to me, I was putting out race fires when you were still sucking on your mama's titty, so just back the fuck off, all right? So what do you want? You want to toss me? What? You can't...
Sit down, Gary.
No, well, tell me what's going on. This is bullshit.
Even better, why don't you get the fuck out?
Fuck you, you fucking child. Just back the fuck off.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not shacking with no reeking whore. You're supposed to fuck him, Gary, not open up a methadone clinic.
Hey! Come on, that's too much now. Hey! Come here, Gary.
Fuck you. You got a problem with me helping a girl in trouble? Huh? You got a problem with that?
No, you fucking humanitarian.
You think you're so fucking bad? Huh?
God!
Come on. Come here. You see this? Look at Tony. You see him? That was my fucking partner. That was a cop.
Enough. Let go of him, Figsy. Go home.
You all right, Jack? Let me look at you. Don't shut me out, Ray. You found us a sweet little town, you got us the low interest, and I'm grateful. But don't forget who it was that you came to 2 years ago to cover your ass.
Get him out of here, Freddie.
It's not my fault that you can't look at him. You sit in this chair with your back to him. You want it to go away, but I'm still here. In for a penny, in for a pound. Don't shut me out, Ray.
I'll take care of it, Ray.
It's bullshit.
Getting the fuck out of this town.
Acting. Look at these fine men. These fine white knights. These thin blue line. Holding the thin blue line, man. Actors. Acting. Copland. I think that was the start of the bullshit titles. Copland. They're playing cops and robbers. It's a great film. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Unless we can find anything else.
They're justified and they're ancient and they like to roam the land. They're justified and they're ancient. I hope you understand. They call me up in Tennessee. They said, Tammy, stand by the jam. But if you don't like what they're going better not stop them 'cause they're coming through. Bring the beat back. All bound for moonland. They're justified and they're ancient and they drive an ice cream van. They're justified and they're ancient. We're still no master plan. The last train left an hour ago.
supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution built on the world's most powerful commerce platform.
Yo, Freddie, I heard you saved Ollie the turtle today. What happened to your nose?
Nothing. I just had a little accident.
Huh?
Listen, Joey, there's something we should probably talk about if you've got some time.
What?
Something we should, if you have a few minutes.
Pretty boy Joey, betting against the Bulls. What is that? What are you, some kind of high roller?
Fuck you, Figs. I had 12 points.
Against the 5-time NBA champs. What kind of bet is that? You know, you night guys, you watch way too much Oprah when you should be catching your Z's.
Figs. Well, at least I'm not the one sniffing my money away.
That was your inner child making that wager, Joey. Little boy Joey with the little Met poster taped above his bed.
Really? Tell you what, Figs, why don't you do me a favor? Come on over here, unzip me, pull out my inner child, and take a bite, baby. Bite it hard and bite it thick.
Fuck you.
So fuck you.
Don't fuck like that, PD. How's that make you feel, Freddie?
I don't care.
Like eating donuts? Look, Freddie, I say it's okay to be jealous. You saved this girl's life, right? From risking yourself, from saving her sorry ass, you go deaf as a result.
In one ear.
In one ear. Then you have to watch as this girl you saved, this beauty queen, marries this cocksucker. And you with your ear, you can't even get a desk on the force. Right? You're fucked. Be jealous, Freddie. Let it out. I would. Purge. Cleanse yourself. Fucking cleansing. Del, let me have another beer. Gotta go, Freddie. Thanks. School's in session. See you later.
That's great. Like, just these scenes. Like. Should we keep going? Like, we'll just kill it there. Like.